Welcome to Lesson 10, where we will start discussing the final phase of design thinking, which is test. For our course, the test phase is split into two parts. This week, we'll discuss how to prepare for testing of your digital mid-fidelity prototype. Then, in the next lesson, we will discuss how to analyze the data that results from the prototype testing. As you can see, we're in the final phase of our design thinking framework. Remember that the purpose of walking through this project is to give each of you a chance to understand what goes into designing health information technology. So, we first learned about the importance of empathizing with your users, which is especially important in the healthcare field. After understanding a specific health condition or goal and creating a persona to represent your typical user, your team then moved into define. This short but important phase helped you scope the issue or frustration that your team wants to help address for the persona. The third phase of ideate had you and your teams creatively brainstorm lots of different ideas through the activities day in the life, gamification, and convergence. Now, in the last lesson, we discussed the prototype phase, including how to select two ideas and then create a mid-fidelity digital prototype to illustrate what those ideas could look like in an mHealth app. Now we're in the final phase of having real users test the prototype in order to gather preliminary feedback on the usability of the app prototype. The D-School Institute of Design at Stanford states that testing is an opportunity to learn about your solution and your user. Although many designers think that prototype testing is just about the prototype itself, it's actually not. It's also an excellent opportunity to talk to your users and empathize even more with their experiences and opinions in order to create solutions that truly address their frustrations and help them reach their goals. So, in this test phase, remember that you should focus both on your prototype and on your user. There are also three important testing reminders that we'll discuss throughout this lesson. The first is create an experience. This is about making sure that your testers aren't just aimlessly clicking around the design without really understanding the purpose or motivation for the app. Instead, using tools like your personas and your scenarios can help us ensure that our testers have a full experience that immerses them into a specific situation in order to provide that context and meaning behind the app design. The second reminder is let the tester test. Now, this seems intuitive, but I can't tell you how many times I've seen usability testing where the facilitator just tells the tester what to do. Instead, if a tester gets confused or unsure of what to do, it's important that you simply ask them, "What do you think you should click on?" Or "What is confusing to you about the design?" This allows you to better understand how intuitive your design is and how to make the design even better. Last is failure is good. For most of our lives, we've avoided failing and even view failure as a very negative thing. However, in usability testing of prototyping, it's important to embrace failure. It simply means you've tried something and it didn't work. No big deal. Prototyping offers a quick, easy, and free way to try out our ideas, so failing is totally okay. Imagine if we didn't fail now. Then that issue or mistake that we missed would carry over into more finalized designs, which would result in lost customers or lost money to fix the issue later on. As we say in software development, if you don't have failures during your testing, then you didn't test it well enough. So embrace the failures, because it means that you learned something new and will have an even stronger prototype next time. As we did with the other phases, let's discuss the purpose and the key tools for the testing phase. The purpose is that testing allows our real users to walk through the prototype to provide feedback on the design, functionality, and navigation of the app itself. Now, there are many tools that we can use to help us during the testing phase. I've broken these into the three phases of testing. The first is test preparation. This is where we create all of the necessary materials to essentially help us facilitate this testing process, where our testers are learning about our idea, experiencing the prototype that we've built out, and then reflecting on their experience and opinions. Next is test execution. This is where we have to recruit appropriate testers. and then facilitate the testing process. During this time, we also have to make sure that we're recording testing data so that we can move into the third phase, which is test summary or analysis. This is where we provide a written summary of all the raw data that we collected during the testing, do an analysis of what that data actually means, and then reflect on it to see how the data can be used to improve the prototype or idea.